Basically, you got to stop the boats because there's too many immigrants, guys. There's too many foreigners, too many refugees are coming in. Although, as I pointed out to people on TikTok yesterday, really it's a matter of infrastructure. You know, if you complain about too many immigrants, too many foreigners, too many refugees, invariably that will be decorated with a sort of faux concern for public services, for housing. But that's the way that they try to sell the xenophobia to us. I've talked about this before, a couple of episodes ago. But the way that they try to sell the xenophobia to us when they care about trying to look half credible is that they are actually just worried about the pressures that it puts on social housing, on the private rental market, on buying a house, but also on the wider infrastructure, you know, water services and trains and traffic jams. But I always like to have fun with commenters, and, you know, this is less about Sunak, more about Reform, I suppose, but the Reform bot army, when they say that stuff, when they talk about pressure on public services, on infrastructure, because it's just so easy to dismantle. It's like, oh, I don't want any more immigrants, but it's not because I'm racist. Some of my best friends are racist. I mean, immigrants. I'm not prejudiced. I'm not. It's just that I don't think we've got the space for more houses or the spaces in the school for them. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, but what if we did? Just let that blow your mind for a second there, Gary. How do you mean? Well, you know, you say that it's not about racism or xenophobia. It's just about pressure on public services, spaces in the schools, infrastructure, hospital appointments, GP appointments, all of that. It's just about pressure on public services, right? Yeah, absolutely. I'm not racist. It's just about we can't take any more. Infrastructure's creaking. Right, okay. But what if we did adequately fund public services, Gary? I don't follow. Well, then would you be fine with a net migration intake of 600,000 foreigners every year? Whoa. Oh, I don't know about that, Aid. Oh, I see what you've done there. What you've done, that is clever, Aid. You've unplugged my half-credible reason for pushing back on soaring immigrant numbers. You've unplugged that, and now I've got nowhere to go. And logically, I can't really. There's something about it. Oh, I'm still not happy about it, Aid. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I know, there's just something. The hate is still just bubbling away. Yeah, no, it is. I think I just don't like foreigners. There you go. We got there in the end, didn't we? I knew, Gary, if we just keep scratching away at the scab on top, eventually we would get to that hate, that prejudice flowing under. Who knew that you had such depth, Gary?